and welcome to a Thursby special edition of BBC School Report. We have very exciting and important news for you lined up today. Hope you enjoy.
I think she will, right. Okay guys, are you ready? You've been warming up. Away you go.
Welcome to a special edition of Sir John Thursby's own weather report with Daniel Majid and Ellie Spencer. Throughout the morning it will be a typical miserable Burnley morning, but that doesn't mean you don't get out of bed, because hopefully there will be some sunny intervals as well as the horrible rain. Our students have predicted using equipment that the rain will start around 2 p.m. and will hopefully stop around 8 p.m.
The temperature is -2 and the wind speed is 10 miles per hour. A quick summary for you is sunshine and showers, sometimes heavy and with a chance of hail and thunder. Later, many places are likely to become dry with sunny periods as showers become less widespread. A quick fact for you people that didn't know, the reason why we get so much rain is because we live close to Pendle Hill and the clouds can sometimes go below the hills.
We can respond back.
Well, they've got a very busy day. They're itching to get going. Where are you off to? You're off to Burnley Football Club, aren't you?
Yeah.
And what exactly are you going to be doing when you get there?
We're going to interview Neil, who is the
Community leader.
He's the leader of Burnley Football Club, and we're going to interview him about the projects
He's doing with the community.
Good morning, I'm Prachi and I'm Ayaz. Today is Thursday, 27th of March, 9:30. We are here live at Burnley Football Club.
Today we are going to interview Neil Hart, who is the community leader at Burnley Football Club.
Welcome, Neil.
Thank you.
What projects are Burnley Football Club thinking of doing with the local community?
Oh, we're thinking of doing a whole range of projects, so lots of different things. And I'll talk about a few of them. We're going to be working with schools, so primary schools and secondary schools, and helping them with their sport delivery, and looking at maths and English as well here at the stadium. We're going to use football and sport as a driver in communities to try and get people engaged in physical activity. We're going to run post-16 educational programs here at Turf Moor. For people once they leave school, they can come here and do their education before they go on to university. We're going to run programs for senior citizens, so people who are 60 years and older here at Turf Moor, try and get them to do a bit of physical activity and some social activities as well. So loads and loads of things we're going to be doing over the coming months and years.
Why do you think it is important to get the community involved in these projects?
I firmly believe, and I know the team do here as well, that the football club has a duty to provide something for the community. You know, it is the heartbeat of the town. You know, every other match we have 15, 16,000 people in this stadium, and the people of Burnley love the football club. And I think we have a duty to give something back, and we have a duty to try and make a difference in those communities to our supporters and the public in town.
How will the local community benefit from these projects?
Hopefully they'll benefit greatly. So I think there are some issues in the town around obesity and health, and hopefully us doing football and sport can try and improve those levels, so people can get fitter and get more active, particularly young people. So rather than sitting at home every night playing on your PlayStation or your Xbox, we want to get young people out of their houses doing something good, so playing football or playing sport or volunteering on projects. In terms of education, so you guys are at school working hard and trying to do the best you can with all your lessons. We want to work with people that might be struggling, so might be struggling with English and maths, or might be struggling to achieve their GCSEs, so we want to try and take them out of school, bring them to Turf Moor, which is a fantastic environment, and try and get them re-engaged in education. So that's going to make a difference, isn't it? That's going to hopefully help. So there's lots of ways we can help.
Do you think Burnley has changed in a positive way?
Well, I've only been in the town for 10 weeks, so that's a difficult question for me. I would say Burnley is not a bad place from coming from the outside. Yes, there are problems and issues in the town, but I think it's making strides forward. There are lots of good organisations in the town doing lots of work with communities and the people in the town, and hopefully we can contribute to that and enhance that offer. I think it's got a long way to go, but I think there are some really good people in the town, at the council and at other charities, the schools, and I think it is making strides forward, but there's still a long way to go. Hopefully we can be part of that journey and we can contribute.
I am aware Burnley are doing good. Are you a supporter?
Am I a supporter? I have to be, don't I? Yeah, I am a supporter now. So I've been here 10 weeks and I've come from the south. But it's fair to say, you know, the first result I look out for is Burnley Football Club. And with the club doing so well on the pitch, and hopefully may go up to the Premier League, that will make a huge difference to the town and to the community work we can do as well. So yes, answer to your question.
Thank you for giving up your time. That is all.
Okay, thank you very much.
We are Prachi and Ayaz from BBC News School Report.
Reporting for Sir John Thursby Community College.
Burnley Football Club will run these programs with school students looking at helping to improve both literacy and numeracy skills. Burnley Futsal Education Scholarship, where young people aged 16 to 19 will be able to gain qualifications working in the sports industry. Extra time activities for people in the community who are over 60. These will include activities such as ball, board and card games, etc. Easter holiday football courses. Burnley Football Club are also delivering some football coaching sessions outside of Thursby Community College over the Easter holidays. Further information is available at the Burnley Football Club website.
Good morning, we are reporting live from St John Thursby, Burnley. I'm Kai Hurst.
And I'm Marion Bacon.
We are here to interview Miss Campbell, or our assistant head, about the money we have raised for charities.
And how we have been involved in UNICEF and other fundraisers. In 2013, St John Thursby got involved with UNICEF, and in this news report we will be talking about UNICEF, and we got to interview Miss Campbell. UNICEF UK stands for United Nations Children in the UK. It was formed in 1956. It is a legal commission and still active. Its HQ is located in London and is run by David Paul. It is a children's fund, and in 2007 it raised £41.3 million. Ms Campbell runs the fundraiser that we do at St John Thursby. We got to interview and ask her some questions about UNICEF.
Good morning.
Miss Campbell, why did you want St John Thursby to get involved with UNICEF?
Well, as you said, I mean, UNICEF is a very, very big organisation, and one of the main things that it does is protect and promote children's rights. And that's something that we take very seriously at St John Thursby. One of the things that they did in conjunction with the United Nations was develop a convention which looks at the rights of every child. And UNICEF helps schools by promoting those rights. They help us by giving us some resources that we can use to ensure that every student is aware of their rights. And I think most importantly of all as well, UNICEF recognise when schools do put those rights at the centre of everything they're doing, and that's the Rights Respecting School Award that you mentioned.
In St John Thursby, you have a student cabinet. How have they helped raise money for UNICEF?
The student cabinet came to me, which I was really, really pleased about, because I felt it was really nice the way that the students immediately took on board the Rights Respecting School Award, and they said they wanted to support what we were trying to do in St John Thursby at the time. They worked very hard. Their idea was to raise money for UNICEF. UNICEF, but the way in which they wanted to do that was by holding a non-uniform day. Now, we had some trouble convincing the head teacher and the governors that a non-uniform day was a good idea. The Cabinet did work tirelessly. They attended meetings with the governors, they spoke to Mr. Burton, the head teacher, and they got their agreement. Once they got the agreement, they were the ones that wrote letters to the parents, advising the families that for one day only students could arrive at St John Thursby not in school uniform. And most important of all, they spoke to all the students. They developed an assembly which they delivered to all the students, highlighting UNICEF and what UNICEF does, talking about us being rights respecting the school, and most important of all, speaking to the students and explaining to them why we were raising money, what it was for, and how we were relying on all our students not to be silly on the day, not to take advantage of the fact that we weren't wearing a school uniform and that therefore there were no school rules. There were school rules. And in actual fact, on the day itself, the student cabinet were very central, collecting the money, going around to every form room and reminding the students how important it was that the normal school routine continued. We carried on with our learning whilst raising money for an excellent cause.
What were the extracurricular activities have the schools reported to this school?
This school has done lots and lots of different activities, probably far too many to mention today. Some examples, obviously, I've got to mention the Micro Tyco, where we won a national award recently for that. We started off with £1 and we raised over £1,000 in that pound. Anything and everything, and children in need. Thursby usually manages to make an appearance on the day, visits us at lunchtime and goes through to the school next door, which is a really special school. So Thursby always puts in an appearance. That raises lots of money. All sorts. Cake sales, bike rides, concerts at lunchtimes in the hall. The students at St John Thursby, I can honestly tell you, will do anything to raise money for good causes.
Children in need we raised £7,345. Michael Tyro, we raised £1,758. For Peas we raised £3,571, and for UNICEF we raised a whopping £2,189.
It was like about 1,200
yeah.
yes.
And how did it feel when we raised that much money for these charities?
Obviously it feels excellent, obviously. I always say to the students at St John Thursby, I'm not surprised when we do really, really well. And the students at St John Thursby do well in lots of areas, not just fundraising. It doesn't surprise me because I know what fantastic students we have in this school and I've had for many, many years. How I do feel though is incredibly proud. In this day and age, as you probably know as well, there's not an awful lot of money going spare. Families, students included, find it incredibly hard to make ends meet. But the students at St John Thursby, honestly, never let us down. So how do I feel? Proud, very proud.
Last but not least, what do we need to do in order to achieve our RSA?
The RSA has got 3 levels to it really, and the first one is the recognition of commitment, which I'm very pleased to tell you actually achieved in January this year. What that sets out to do, we've got that statement, we've got an agreement with everybody in our school community. Again, starting with the governors, so they're aware of it, they're aware of how to achieve this award, the head teacher, parents, students, and all the staff are now aware that we're going for this award. So that's your recognition of commitment, and we've achieved that. The next step is to achieve the level 1. Basically, what we've got is about a year to advise students, make sure that everybody in the school knows what the rights of children and young people are, and look at ways that we can support and respect those rights. Because I think part of the process of the award is, if we're more aware that certain people have rights, and if we're aware of those rights and we need to respect them, then automatically behaviour for everybody in the school community, in the college community, improves. So we've got a year to make people aware of what those rights are. We've got a year to work towards raising the profile of those rights right across the school community. We've got a year to present those findings to UNICEF. If we're successful then, a year after that, we can go for level 2. And you'll be in year 9 or 10 by then. So you're the students that will be leading on that award, hopefully.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell, for joining us today. If you want to check out more of Sir John Thursby's involvement in UNICEF and other fundraisers, just check out the Sir John Thursby's website. Thank you. And I'm Marion Bacon.
We are here to interview Miss Campbell, our assistant head, about the money we have raised for charities.
And how we have been involved in UNICEF and other fundraisers. In 2013, Sir John Thursby got involved with UNICEF, and in this news report we will be talking about UNICEF, and we got to interview Ms. Campbell. UNICEF UK stands for United Nations Children's Fund UK. It was formed in 1956. It is a legal committee and still active. Its HQ is located in London and is run by David Bull. It is a children's fund, and in 2007 it raised £41.3 million. Ms. Campbell runs the fundraiser that we do at Sir John Thursby. We got to interview and ask her some questions about UNICEF.
Miss Campbell, why did you want Sir John Thursby to get involved with UNICEF?
Well, as you said, UNICEF is a very, very big organisation, and one of the main things that it does is protect and promote children's rights. And that's something that we take very seriously at Sir John Thursby. One of the things that they did in conjunction with the United Nations was develop a convention which looks at the rights of every child. And UNICEF helps schools by promoting those rights. They help us by giving us some resources that we can use to ensure that every student is aware of their rights. And I think most importantly of all as well, UNICEF recognise when schools do put those rights at the centre of everything we're doing, and that's the Rights Respecting School Award that you mentioned.
In Sir John Thursby, you have a student cabinet. How have they helped raise money for UNICEF?
The student cabinet came to me, which I was really, really pleased about, because I thought it was really nice the way that the students immediately took on board the Rights Respecting School Award, and they said they wanted to support what we were trying to do in Sir John Thursby at the time. They worked very hard. Their idea was to raise money for UNICEF, but the way in which they wanted to do that was by holding a non-uniform day. Now, we had some trouble convincing the head teacher and the governors that a non-uniform day was a good idea, but the student cabinet did work tirelessly. They attended meetings with the governors, they spoke to Mr. Burton, the head teacher, and they got their agreement. Once they got the agreement, they were the ones that wrote letters to the parents, advising families that for one day only students could arrive at Sir John Thursby not in school uniform. And most important of all, they spoke to all the students. They developed an assembly which they delivered to all the students, highlighting UNICEF and what UNICEF does, talking about us being rights respecting schools, and most important of all, speaking to the students and explaining to them why we were raising money, what it was for, and how we were relying on all our students not to be silly on the day, not to take advantage of the fact that they weren't wearing school uniform, and that therefore there were no school rules. There were school rules. And in actual fact, on the day itself, the student cabinet were very central, collecting the money, going around to every dorm room and reminding the students how important it was that the normal school routine continued. We carried on with our learning whilst raising money for an excellent cause.
What other extracurricular activities have the school taken part in to raise money for our charities?
This school has done lots and lots of different activities, probably far too many to mention today. Some examples, obviously, I've got to mention the Micro Tyco, where we won a national award recently for that. We started off with £1 and we raised over £1,000 from that pound. Anything and everything. And children in need, Thursby Bear usually manages to make an appearance on the day, visits us at lunchtime and goes through to the school next door, which is a really special school. So Thursby always puts in an appearance. That raises lots of money. All sorts. Cake sales, bike rides, concerts at lunchtimes in the hall. The students at Sir John Thursby, I can honestly tell you, will do anything to raise money for good causes.
Children in need we raised £7,335. For Michael Tycho, we raised £1,758. For peace, we raised £3,571. And for UNICEF, we raised a whopping £2,189.
It's like
How-
1,200
Yeah.
pounds, yeah.
And how does it feel when we raise that much money for these charities?
Obviously it feels excellent, obviously. I always say to students at St John Thursby, I'm not surprised when we do really, really well, and students at St John Thursby do well in lots of areas, not just fundraising. It doesn't surprise me because I know what fantastic students we have in this school and have had for many, many years. How I do feel though is incredibly proud. In this day and age, as you probably know as well, there's not an awful lot of money going spare. Families, students included, find it incredibly hard to make ends meet. But the students at St John Thursby, honestly, never let us down. So how do I feel? Proud, very proud.
Last but not least, what do we need to do in order to achieve our RSA?
The RSA has got 3 levels to it really, and the first one is the recognition of commitment, which I'm very pleased to tell you actually achieved in January this year. And what that sets out to do, we've got that space that we've got the agreement of everybody in our school community. Again, starting with the governors, so they're aware of it, they're aware that we want to achieve this award, the head teacher, parents, students, and all the staff are now aware that we're going for this award. So that's your recognition of commitment, and we've achieved that. The next step is to achieve level 1. And basically what we've got is about a year to advise students, make sure that everybody in school knows what the rights of children and young people are, and look at ways that we can support and respect those rights. Because I think part of the process of the award is, if we're more aware that certain people have rights, and if we're aware of those rights and we need to respect them, then automatically behaviour for everybody in the school community, in the college community, improves. So we've got a year to make people aware of what those rights are. We've got a year to work towards raising the profile of those rights right across the school community. And we've got a year to present those findings to UNICEF. If we're successful then, a year after that, we can go for level 2. And you'll be in year 9 or 10 by then. So you're the students that will be leading on that award, hopefully.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell, for joining us today. If you want to check out more of St John Thursby's involvement in UNICEF and other fundraisers, just check out the St John Thursby's website. Thank you.
Okay, off you go, boys.
Good morning. We are here live at St John Thursby Community College at the Robotics Club. We are here to interview Mr. Kadir and Ben about the Robotics Club. My name is Daniel and I am with Usman Mahmood.
Off you go, boys.
Do you enjoy robotics club?
Yeah, it's really good.
Can you tell us more about the project?
Well, we've started off with like motor, motor, put all the bolts and nuts in, screw it all together. It's really good. In the end, we'll program it all and it'll hopefully work.
Could you see yourself doing something like this in the future?
Hopefully, yeah. It's really great.
Could you sum all of this up in one word?
Probably not.
Do you think all the other students have robotics already?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Everyone, it seems to enjoy it.
That's all I want to ask. Thank you for your time.
We are the leading school of computer science. Can you tell us a bit about the subject?
Well, I mean, so far this year we've completely revamped our Key Stage 3 curriculum. We hold CAS, Mr. Ali, our head of department, he's a CAS master teacher, where we actually hold sessions for other schools where we will teach other schools sort of programming logic, how to program. We'll show them what we're doing in school and just see what they can take away from that. So we were quite lucky. A lot of us in the department come from a computing background. So we've revamped our Key Stage 3 curriculum. We've already had our first cohort of Key Stage 4 computing students leave last year. and we'll have our next cohort leaving this year, and they're doing really, really well. So we're quite ahead of the game in terms of the other schools, because we've already taught computing for a couple of years now, and we've already agreed on our full Key Stage 3 curriculum. Try and encourage the students to problem solve more. As Ben said, we're getting them to build stuff on them. So what Ben will do, he'll actually build that himself. He'll also then program it himself. So he'll look at how he can actually make that robot work for him, as opposed to simply just using the computers. He's actually making it work for him.
How have pupils benefited from this club?
Well, I mean, from this particular club itself, I mean, Ben, he never really thought about a background in engineering or perhaps in industry at all in computer science before the club. He's come down, he's had a look at what Japan have built already, a real-life robot, and this is a sort of a miniature version of that, so he's had a look at how it actually works. But more importantly, it's not just putting it together, the build process, it's more the programming behind it, and he didn't actually know that more or less every single computer device has somebody behind it programming it and telling it what to do, and that was the whole purpose of this club, just to try and teach them that and show them how we can make the devices work for us.
And what are the needs for a robotics club?
Well, anyone can come around. There's no needs at all. You don't need to be studying computing or be an expert in computer science. The whole idea behind it is anyone can come along from all year groups, learn how to build a robot, and more importantly, learn the logic sort of behind programming and look at how we can actually make it work for us.
And why did you make this club?
Well, first of all, we invested in the robots themselves because we wanted the students to have an opportunity of actually understanding how computing is actually used in industry, how important it is across all of the subjects, not just in computing and IT. We'll bring a lot of maths in the programming side, because when he programs it, he'll be working with numbers, and that's one of the reasons why we actually introduced it into the school, try and build upon their skills across the range of subjects, as opposed to simply just looking at how it works and what we can actually do to make it work. It was building their skills across the whole subject.
Thank you for your time.
On Tuesday the 4th of March, Sir John Thursby Community College received a very special visit from Carl Nova. He may seem like a normal person, but he is a rapper/poet. He inspires children across the country to read, enjoy and have fun with English in a slightly different way, just to make it more fun with music.
Two of the students in Year 7, Katie Earnshaw and Ellie Spencer, asked him questions. We asked him, what made you want to cross poetry and rap? He replied with, when I started rapping at the age of 14, I didn't share with anybody what I was doing, but later I failed some exams. I got quite upset and my sister told me to write a poem. And I said I have never wrote a poem before. I wrote one anyway and it made me feel good, it felt right. I wrote songs and mixed them together, and rap stands for rhythm and poetry.
Carl had to leave pretty early, but we had lunch with him and did the mini interview. He came from London, so he had to hurry back to catch the train. We still got to hear a lot of questions and got a lot of questions answered, and he made a wrap up for us. Carl got a lot of pupils involved, including years 7, 8, 9, 10s and 11s. Everyone found it fun and enjoyable at lunch. The whole part of the day was amazing. Everyone, even the teachers, enjoyed themselves. Carl told us he had a great time and he would love to come again.
Many thanks to the BBC School Report team,
The teachers,
Katie Earnshaw and
Ellie Spencer,
a very big
thank you to Carl Nova.
You can find Carl on YouTube for more music, Carl Nova.
Don't let anybody hold you back from your dreams, Carl.
Thank you to everyone who took part in this project. Many thanks to Mrs. Kanda, Mrs. Ford and Mrs. Said for making this all possible.